Hey everybody, so it's Dr. Delicia here at Family First Health Center, and I wanted to just come in live. I had a very eventful day, got a chance to reconnect with some people, and was just inspired by that. So again, Dr. Delicia Haynes, I'm the founder and CEO of Family First Health Center, which is the first direct primary care practice in Volusia County. I'm also board certified in family medicine and obesity medicine, and it's Friday. Happy Friday. And Friday is the day that I really kind of take a moment to really work on my business instead of just working in my business. So I'm still available to patients doing telemedicine and visits, but for the most part, is the day that I spend like going into the books, doing a lot of my business meetings, and also doing a lot of some self-care as well. And this morning I had a chance to reconnect with Dr. Bonnie Mason, and I did a coaching program with her not too long ago in the spring. And for those of you who do not know her, so she really helps physicians in the art of kind of negotiation and empowering physicians to kind of take control of their careers. Now, she works mainly with physicians who are employed physicians and signing contracts and that sort of thing. But I wanted to connect with her because I knew that as my practice has grown, we're going to be getting into a point where it makes sense for us to bring on the right physician here. And since I started Family First Health Center right out of residency, I never actually saw an employment contract, so I didn't know what a good one looked like or some of the elements of a bad one, but I knew that she would. And so we connected, and today we just had that chance to kind of follow up, and we kind of did more of the coaching call at first, and then toward the end we just started catching up about life. And I really have a tremendous amount of respect for her, not just for who she is as a business owner of multiple businesses, but more so for how she carries herself and her role as a mother, her role as a wife, her role as a business owner. And she always talks a lot about not just work-life balance, that work-life balance is an illusion, but about work-life integration. And that is something that is so important for women especially, but it's really important for everyone. And so when I was talking to her, and we got to talking about the importance of respecting the season that you're in and taking yourself off the hook. So sometimes life happens and you have to change the pace that you're working toward your goal. And so for me, in October, my mom was diagnosed with an advanced cancer, and it really, Family First is not just the name of my practice, it is what is truly most important to me. And so Bonnie and I were kind of talking, Dr. Bonnie and I were talking about that, and at the time, I've always enjoyed being really involved in the community, and I was recognizing that I was having a hard time kind of doing it all, which is never meant to be done. And I was kind of beating myself up about it, and it kind of reminded me back to another point in time where I was having a similar struggle back in 2015 when I had transitioned my practice from being insurance-based to being direct primary care. And then again, I was fortunate enough to have a mentor and have a coach, at that time Lisa Nichols, who also gave me some really much needed advice. And she really talked about the importance of taking care of yourself. And also I was in a coaching kind of a group with her, and I had just switched my practice over, and I knew it was the right thing to do for the type of medicine that I wanted to provide. But not all of my patients were super excited about it. I had a lot who were, and some who, the status quo, me being an insurance-based physician, and even though I was feeling like I was working more for the insurance company, it kind of worked for them. And so some of them weren't excited about it, and I had just a lot of guilt at the time about the transition, and at the time that my own mental health it could have been in a better place. So I was talking to her, and I was really trying to get some more kind of like business advice. And she sat there, and she started doing this, and she just started kind of picking at her skin. And she did that for literally 20 seconds, which is a really long time in kind of Lisa Nichols' world. and she's really, she's known for her gift of languaging and talking. So I was sitting there and I just asked this question. I was waiting for her to kind of use her words. And then finally she said, I want you to take off the boxing gloves. I want you to stop beating yourself up. And I didn't even realize I was doing that at the time, but it was so true. That there's times when, we need to stop giving ourselves a left hook and we actually need to take ourselves off the hook. And we have to look at what's on our plate and make sure that what's on your plate aligns with the season that you're in. So one of the other things that she shared in a little illustration that I always love is the importance of kind of filling up your cup and serving from your overflow. So, got a little saucer here and a cup. And if you imagine that the cup is you, and that there are certain things that you do to fill up your cup to kind of make yourself, just be fulfilled and things that really lift you up. So, and it's important that you just keep, filling that up. So for me, my prayer life is something that's really important, not just a little bit. Got to make sure that that's, always in there. This morning I was over at Oasis getting massages and everything. And you just, whatever it is that fills your cup. Lately, I've been doing salsa almost every night, and it's just a great way to blow off steam. And then when you start filling up your cup to the point that it's overflowing, just go ahead and keep filling it up and really, let it overflow, because what's inside the cup is for you. When you're serving other people, you're serving them from your overflow. You don't give them what's in your cup because that is truly what you need. And taking care of yourself isn't being selfish, it's being of service. And so when you are saying yes to yourself to the point of overflowing, you're able to take care of people and serve people. And you also have to look at kind of who's on your plate. So there were a lot of things that I was involved in the community that I had to take a time and look and see if this still made sense for me during this season. And so I said no to a lot of things. And, wasn't as involved in a lot of different programs and things, but what that's allowed me to do is to better serve the people that I'm really called to serve, especially during this season. So this weekend, make sure that you take some time to fill your cup and take care of yourself, and then that you serve other people from your overflow, and try to not should on yourself and try not to beat yourself up. So don't should on yourself, don't should on other people, and don't let other people should on you. Have a great weekend.